fix.
Welcome to
The Walk.
Hi, self-love.
Hey. Self-love today.
Oh my gosh.
I love this topic.
Yeah.
And it's suiting. It's February. Love month.
Self-love.
Self-love. Yeah.
It sounds very easy, you know. It's saying it's like it's something very simple. It's something that you can just do, but it's not.
And there's depth to it.
Oh yes,
There's depth to it.
it goes deep.
Yeah, definitely.
So today we are on the walk of self-love.
Yes.
Oh yes, we are here.
Yes.
It's a Sunday,
It's a Sunday.
and we are loving ourselves.
Yes. So what is self-love?
Self-love, oh my gosh. It has to go with happiness. You know, being happy within yourself. You know, loving yourself for who you are. Accepting yourself for who you are. You know, peace. It's the peace. It's, oh my gosh. I could go on and go on about self-love, honestly.
You know?
The thing is, the feeling of self-love is so, it's so, like, it's quiet. It's nice. It's peaceful. It's, you know, all about it. It's just, it's nice. I love, it's really, really, really good, you know.
You know,
Yeah.
Being proud of yourself.
Being proud of yourself.
you
Being
know,
able to say.
having the confidence.
Yeah.
Deep
Being
within
able
yourself.
to actually say, well done.
Yeah.
Tap yourself on the back, well done. You've done something good today. You know, we don't do that. You know, you do so many, and you do so many things day by day. You're doing so many things, but you never say, hey, Za,
Well done.
well done. You know, the kids have gone to school. The guy has all clothes ironed, has gone to work. You know, the house is tidy. The washing is done. The ironing is done. Whatever.
Yeah.
You never say, you know,
Well done.
you know, to yourself.
To
And
appreciate yourself.
yeah. I've struggled with self-love. I did struggle a lot with self-love. And my struggle with self-love was my weight. You know how that figure, how small I used to be.
You know, I used to say, oh, better.
I used to be, you know, when I'm entering, it's
Yes.
like, oh.
There was a picture I sent you. A while back. We were at bowling, and I sent you the picture where you're holding the ball.
Yeah. You know, it's like, who's that girl? Like, really? You know. So having been, like, having a baby, like with Caesar, I was okay. You know, I was fine. I was still okay. My body was still fine. Then came Jadi, I was fine. But what really changed my weight was the implant. I've put the implant and, oh my goodness. I don't know what happened. It's like I was literally pumped like... I felt like a balloon. Yeah. Like it didn't matter what I did. I would go to the gym and I'd feel like me going to the gym is like actually making me even
That
like
boot camp.
I'm really pumped even more. I wasn't feeling anything. I wasn't feeling like anything was happening to me. You know. Angry. I got very angry and stuff like that. But I lost myself. I lost myself because I stopped loving myself. I looked in the mirror and all I could see is this big girl. Like, who is this? Who is staring at me in that mirror? You know, confidence went. You know, I was not confident anymore. As much as people think, you know, Zara strong, whatever. No, I got to that point where I was like, I don't like what I see. I don't like myself. You know, I don't... Who's this? You know, and then you don't have time. You don't have time to love yourself. You've got too many things to do. You've got children to take care of. To be going to stuff, going to gyms and stuff. No, you don't have time to be doing those things. You know, You feel
like
that.
Schedule
you feel like that. You don't have time.
Children, making sure the house is
everything
good.
Is fine. Oh, this is done.
Your man is sorted. Everything is all well.
It doesn't matter what Zaza wants. What is important is how the children should be. It's for the children to be happy. It's for the family to be happy. But it doesn't matter about Zaza. Nothing matters about Zaza. That's the thing that we do when you stop to love yourself. You just, that's how it is. That's how life is. You wake up, get the children. It's like giving a routine. You just keep doing. Yeah. But it's, oh my gosh, you lose it. There's a time when we went to London. I was with Norma and with Bebu and Umaro, and I stood I was avoiding mirrors actually. So we're just standing there by the mirror, and then I just saw this thing. And then I was like, oh, this looks really nice, this thing. But anyway, it's not for people like me. Yeah. I said, not for people like me. This would not look nice for someone like me. And then Bebo turned around and was like, Za, why did you just say that? And then I was like, but look at me. Like, I didn't see anything good about me. Bebo even stopped me like that minute and he said, Za, you are very beautiful. Whatever. I even had tears coming out of my eyes. I just had tears.
Just to hear that, it's sort of like, just to hear that and then, sort of let it resonate with you so that you can say that for yourself. Yeah.
I just said no, And then people around me, they'll be okay. Who's that? I like the way you dress. But I just think, they're just talking lava.
Yeah. It's like,
just,
like...
And even when they say I look pretty or something, I'm like, yeah, right. Because for me, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel like there was anything pretty there. You're just talking. It's like if you're going to say to come here and say, oh, Zah, this top, it looks nice on you. I'll be like, yeah, fix. Because I don't feel that. As much as you say I look nice, but I don't say it. I don't feel it. Yeah. So that was my issue.
In the Bible, where Jesus was asked about the most important commandments, I'm going to go on the second one, where it says, "Love your neighbor as you love yourself." And what is at first there is loving yourself, because the comparison of loving your neighbor is how you love yourself. And so it shows the importance of loving yourself, because it's in one of the top commandments, in loving yourself, appreciating yourself. And I can remember a time where I think it was a long time ago, and whether someone said, I can't remember what happened, what the person said or whatever, but whether the person said I was ugly or implied that or whatever. But I remember going, because I was hurt by that. And I remember going to God and I'm like, oh Lord, the person said I'm ugly, in that terms. And then, just the sense of God says, okay. And I'm like, what?
What did you say? Did you say I'm ugly?
And this is what God said to me. Just a little moment, because I was getting frustrated, and He said, "Don't you know that's an insult to me?"
Wow.
I was like, what?
Wow.
And that for me was that realization that I'm His.
Yeah.
So right there, my confidence, everything that I am, everything that I aspire for. What I should know more than anything is that I'm His. Full stop. So that should ground me on anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
So, how, features this or that, or how, you perceived, or what people, view you as, or what, should never matter. Because I'm created in His image. I'm created according to His likeness, meaning culture, the way He does things, and all of that. So just knowing that was a huge whoop for me, and it literally right there changed, that experience and how I felt about that experience. And it was now more than, okay, I was hurt by that. I learned something out of that. Yeah, because self-love is important.
Yeah.
You know, and you can only begin to love yourself when you know who you are.
Yeah. When you know who you are.
Yeah.
That is very important.
And so that's something that, you know, we should carry, something that should be living deep in us, knowing that, you know, this is who I am. And then when you know who you are, you're able to love who you are.
Amen. I agree with that. Oh yes. It's really, I don't know, there's something about self-love that just shifts.
And I think is important.
Yeah.
I think is important.
It's very important. But what stops us though? What stops us from loving ourselves? You know, I mean, it can be a list. It can be a list of things that can really stop us from loving ourselves.
A huge list.
You know, and I think for me, I'd say always wanting to be perfect. Because it's like everything has to be in line. I struggle with that a lot, you know, and there's nothing perfect. There's nothing called perfect. Yeah. Not in this world, you know. But see, you always want everything to be in line. Everything has to be perfect. Everything has to be, you know, like that. But see, you can't.
Yeah.
You know. That
so it's sort of beating yourself up for not being able to do that. You know, like, you're useless and all of that. And,
you know, saying all
and that's the
things.
Struggle of being a perfectionist. Because one thing about, you know, being a perfectionist, that you always see something wrong. You always see, this could be sorted. And, you know,
that you see that is good.
Yeah.
It's like what I was saying to you, that I was looking at myself in the mirror and all I could just see is that. But I'm not appreciating my structure, my body structure. But okay, actually, even if I've gained weight and I'm like this, but at least I still have, you know, you don't see anything good, you know, because of you looking for perfection, for you to be perfect. You want to be perfect.
Yeah.
You know. So if you're gonna be standing in that mirror and you're just busy looking at yourself and you don't see that perfect Zaza anymore, it's like, you know,
and you don't recognize the hard things that you do and you work on. You know, where you like, oh, these are the things that you're doing: building a family, growing a house, making sure things are good. You know, if there's any issue, all your kids run to you. They like,
you study this side,
you know, you're studying this side, you're doing those things are not, you know, child's play.
Yeah.
Those things are really not child's play.
Definitely.
Like, even when we talk about, you know, things that we would be doing, you know, we can even imagine things like, God, if we asked so-and-so, they wouldn't manage to do those things because, you know, it requires certain, you know, a certain discipline to be able to do that.
Definitely.
To appreciate all those things and not look at one side of, oh, this is not going well, and then that defines who you are. So I think it is important to, you know, see yourself bigger. Because of the things that you are doing. And because of, you know, who you are and how you are, you know, with your friends, with your family. And, you know, people trust you because of the person you've developed yourself to be.
And the other thing that I also think can really stop you from loving yourself has to go to judgment. Because I feel like we judge ourselves so many times. You know, like it actually sort of links with the perfectionism. It kind of like links, but you judge yourself so many times. We do it all the time. I guess always judging yourself, and also guilt.
Feeling guilty because you messed up, you did something wrong, and so you've defined yourself about that wrongness rather than looking at it as, this was my mistake.
How can I do it?
So now you're making it as if this is you. Rather than, okay, I made a mistake there. How do I, you know, improve? How do I grow? How do I, you know, develop from this? You know, and move on from it. Now it's something that you've allowed it to stick onto you. You know, there's something Unati said previously about in the walk of faith, where she said, you know, a lot of the things that you either someone says about you, you say, whether good or bad, they stick.
Yeah.
So it's very important to cleanse.
Yeah.
And I think part of cleansing helps you, have a clear understanding of who you are.
Yeah.
Like to sort of see yourself in a better light, see yourself in a good way. Because I've been practicing the cleansing remedy, and it sort of is enlightening. You get to discover yourself, and you get to understand that you're more than what people can paragraph you as. Like, I like this about you. I like this, and I like this, and I like this, because it's sort of like boxing you into these things. But you realize you're bigger. You've got a lot to offer, and there's so much about you. And the more you self-love, the more you self-discover.
Yeah. You discover your self-worth.
Yeah.
Discover a lot when you do self-love. Yeah. We don't forgive ourselves as well. Forgiving ourselves, we don't forgive ourselves. You carry something, Jay. It's going with you wherever you're going. You're carrying that thing wherever you're going. It's so difficult you can forgive people, but it's you can do that, but to forgive yourself, even if you've done something, but to just get that chance to say, you know what, I forgive myself. We never forgive ourselves. So that's the guilt that you carry around. I remember listening to Iyanla, and he was asking someone, who are you? And then this lady was saying, defining the problem. But not defining who she is. So she was labeling herself as a sex, offender or something like that. Or not actually saying, I am.
This is who I am.
Zandile, and actually saying something like that. Or, you define yourself by your rape. By whatever that has happened. So you're working with that label. You've labeled yourself. So you are working with that label. When they ask you, who are you? I am that person who was raped. When they ask, so you're always putting things in there rather than knowing who you are and being able to openly answer that question. Like that. It really touched me, that episode, and
And I think it's important for us to, be able to recognize ourselves and and not pin ourselves by our problems, and I know for myself where I've gone and done something so stupid, like very embarrassing, and it's like, now you sort of like, oh gosh, I'm this, and it's like, no, it's not you that. You did a mistake in that, and it's hard to forgive yourself in there because you're like, oh gosh, now people see me like this and all. So it's sort of relived.
And it's so funny how you see yourself like that. But nobody else, the whole room is also thinking the same.
Literally, exactly. Because
you're already in that thing.
And I think there's a spirit in that as well. There's a spirit in that as well, that wants to bring you down, a spirit that wants to ensure that you don't love yourself. You don't see how valuable you are. You don't see the contribution that you bring in society. You don't see the potential that you have. And the minute you have self-love, all of those things come. You get to see who you are. You get to see the contribution. You get to see the potential. You get to see that you are bringing something great here in society. You
walk the walk.
You walk the walk.
You talk the talk.
You talk the talk. It really is that.
You feel
really is that. It really is that.
Big.
There is nothing more sexy, more beautiful than encountering someone who loves themselves, who is confident and bold in who they are. The minute you encounter them, you're like, You're like, the aura there. The aura there. You're like,
Yes.
And I think even, when you get to decide on someone you want to meet and be in a long-term relationship, that's important.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
Because
how are you going to love the other person?
If you don't love yourself, yeah.
How?
Yeah.
No.
It's like the minute you go, woo, I don't see yourself loving you. Yeah, no.
No.
Because, you're not going to be loved as well. And even if you are loved, it's not healthy love.
Yeah. You struggle with relationships. You struggle to get the right person because you don't even know what you want, because you don't even love yourself. You've never really asked yourself that question of, what do I want? Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So now it's the power of self-love. The power of self-love.
It's the power of self-love. When you love yourself, shall I start it like that?
let it flow. Let the poetry flow, Mazenta.
When you love yourself, yeah, you don't take anything that is less. You don't take anything that is less when you love yourself. Your worth is there. Self-worth. Yeah, put it there. When you love yourself, it's like sharing your poetry.
I'm feeling it. I'm honestly feeling it. No, don't stop. No, honestly. This is it.
Like I said, you walk the walk, you talk the talk.
You talk the talk.
You don't take anything that is where you are second best. Everything in your life is proper. You set boundaries to what?
No, let's stop there. You set do you know how important that is? Yeah. People don't realize the importance of that.
No, they don't.
You set boundaries,
Mazet. Boundaries. You understand? What is right for you?
That's heavy.
What is right for you?
I just felt that in the spirit.
Because I feel like all the time we are always trying to impress people, getting out of our comfort zone, doing things that we're not supposed to be doing, things that we're not even
allowing
feeling.
Things that are less.
Yes. Because we are trying to what?
To please
people,
others.
to please other people. You set boundaries. You said Zaza accepts this. Zaza accepts that. Zaza accepts this. Zaza will never do that. Zaza will never do this. Zaza will never do that. Boundaries, I don't know, they go a long way.
So you have a standard when you have
self-love. Yeah. It's like even in love, in relationships. When a guy comes, he needs to know your boundaries. He needs to know your standards.
This is
you
my
don't
standard.
just you don't just come here and think you're gonna just do whatever you want. No. This is how I deal. This is who Zaza is.
This is how you talk to me.
This is how you talk to me.
This is how you treat me. This is how you see me.
Yes.
This is what I accept and this is what I don't accept.
That's it. Because we allow people to just walk all over us. Then we lose. We lose that self-love.
That's wholeness in there. Like that's being full within yourself. That's being clear about, who you are. It's being clear about who you are, knowing, what is right for you.
Yeah.
What is not right for you. And so in that, even the relationships that you'd have, whether it's a dating relationship or a friendship, you are very clear about this is how this friendship ought to be, and I am not accepting anything less than that. Exactly. I'm not gonna allow certain things to happen, and I think living like that, people know how to treat you.
Yeah,
because they know how you treat yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
They know how you respect yourself. They know how you love yourself.
Yes,
so they come to you checked. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she doesn't abuse herself. So we can't abuse her.
She treats herself nice.
Yeah. Yeah. She gives her rest when she has to rest.
Yeah.
She's clear about certain things.
Yeah.
She speaks well about who she is.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you don't mess around there.
And like you say, speak well, self-talk. The importance of self-talk, Bafud. Oh my goodness. It goes deep. You talk positive things about yourself. You say things that are positive about yourself. Even when you were able to even say, well done, Zah. Even you did the cake. Even if the cake went down and didn't come out as the
see
thing.
the positive.
You tried.
You tried to make a cake, and your heart was in the right place.
Yeah, you
sure
tried
that
to surprise
your friends or Afigil and all of that. Yeah.
Even if the cake didn't come out okay, but it's you put yourself there.
And also, if you go and Afigil looks at the cake and is like, you can still, when you have self-love, not be led by how Afigil felt about that cake, but
I did it with good intention.
You had a good heart, and with that, you can be at peace knowing that my heart was in the right place and I did it with love.
Yeah.
And so that's very important, to really, really, really have self-love, because you gain power within yourself.
But don't be selfish. Because people, they'll be thinking self-love and selfish are the same thing. They are not the same thing.
Or arrogance and
arrogance. They're not the same thing.
They're different.
No, they're different.
But also it's the spirit, It's the spirit in there. Someone with self-love, there's no way you go and be like, because you know that person was not saying I'm better than you. They were saying, this is my value. This is the level in which I define myself, and that has nothing to do with looking down on other people. Instead, when you have self-love, it inspires others. Arrogance doesn't. It brings people down.
That's it.
So the spirit within those two clearly show, there's a division there.
And, let people talk. It's fine. Let people allow them, and clap for them after when they finish talking. Because this is not about them. It is about you, about you loving yourself and knowing that appreciating yourself. Yeah. It kills to not love yourself. It kills. Your everyday life is heavy. It's very, very, very heavy. So the minute you take that turn, when you get to love yourself, when you get in that self journey, realizing the self-worth, realizing everything about yourself, my God,
there's something
it changes.
Dr. Monroe said. He said, a lot of people are working towards building up and so that they can be of value, of importance, of greatness in society. And he says, the minute you were born, God said you are of value. There's something that you have to give here in society. There's something that you are of value. So it's not when you bring forth whatever it is that's of value that you're valuable. Yes. The minute you're born, it's already a statement of you are valuable. Yeah. Because you're here to bring forth something. You're here to bring change. You're here to contribute to society. So that makes you valuable. So whether you're homeless, blah, blah, whatever your situation, whether you're a drunkard, whatever, all of those things, they don't define you, because what defines you is what's in you. Yeah. Who you are. Yeah.
And who created you.
Yes, your creator. Whose you are.
Whose you are, who you belong to. You don't belong to the world. You belong to the Most High.
High God.
So if your God sees you as someone who's worth it, if he sees your worth, who's everybody else? Yeah. They can say whatever they want to say.
The good Lord has told us how much he values us.
Oh, yes.
He sacrificed his only son.
Yeah. How many times have we messed up?
His only son.
But he still loves us.
For people who'd still commit the sin. Still commit the sin. Very heavy price Jesus paid. So that we can receive the freedom. Yeah.
But we are not free.
And we choose not to receive it.
No.
We choose not to receive it.
No.
So self-love, you gain so much power in it. You gain so much power in it.
So try it. Yeah. Try it.
Tunes on the beat.
That's all for today. We had a great time this evening.
Yes, we did. So please
don't forget to subscribe, give us your thumbs up,
and comment. We would really love to hear what you guys think about the topics, the episode, and if there's anything that you'd like us